Hello, welcome to Doctor Who Audio Heads, Doctor Who spin-off Audio Heads, product of Geeks Assembled, and this is Jago and Lightfoot Series 10, and we have time travel, and we have people learning secrets through a tomorrow box, and we have sort of the grandfather paradox, and we talk about a few of the other sort of ins and outs of nunneries and other things. Just a bunch of really cool Victorian and post-Victorian England. And Jago and Henry Gordon Jago and our Lightfoot, Dr. Lightfoot, is they actually spend a lot of these audios separated for a bunch of different reasons. But you'll enjoy it, and I wonder what Lee thought of it.
Well, Series 10, we're into double figures now.
I know, we really do enjoy reviewing Jago and Lightfoot, yeah?
Yeah. Just don't know what we're going to do when we come to the end of that. Yeah, Series 10, for 4 stories. These 4 are quite solid stories. It's all about, they've got, what's his name? The character, Curavers Somerton, who wants to write their cases down and make
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
To put all their cases into a book and make them famous. He's sort of like one of their biggest fans. Played by Toby Haydock. A great character. But he's in 3 of these stories because the second story is not in that one. But each character does come back with a twist at the end. But say the first story, The Case of the Missing Gasogene. Well, what a weird, funny story with the character of what's his name? Sir Hartley Haycourt. What a nutcase!
Yeah.
This is about a dead body in a locked room. Then the body disappears. And then this Lord Haycourt is a total nutcase. He's an inventor, a scientist. I mean, for me, great character. I don't know if he returns in any other stories, but he should do.
Yeah.
Especially when he comes up with the ideas of shoe umbrellas.
Shoe umbrellas are hilarious.
Or the inside steam train.
Yes.
In the house. Yeah, great. This is all about a potion or a serum. What was in the Gasogene, which turns humans into sort of primate sort of things.
Even if they're not primates, they're sort of like grumbling grown machines.
Yeah. I mean, and it all turns out that there was no murder, no missing body. It was all down to his scientific need for knowledge and see what this serum does. Yeah, it's a great story to start the box set with. And then what have we got? The next one, The Year of the Bat. this is where we meet the younger Jago Litefoot.
Yeah, as
'Cause
kids
yeah,
or
because
young men.
this is backwards and forwards in time because of the what do you call the box again? The
Tomorrow box.
Tomorrow box, where you can post a message or a letter in the box, and it goes to the past.
And it's sent by the doctor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the say is, but the wink, wink. So this one is quite paradoxical.
Grandfather paradox. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to
There's that one.
you've got to do this, or this what happen in the future, but you can't do that, or it's a bit of a man fuck, this one. But still a great story because it's backwards and forwards. That they're sending a message, you're back 30 odd years in time. They're
Yep.
getting the message. And then we found out in this one, of course, that Jago and Lightfoot have met before, but they didn't realise it.
Yeah.
So when they were younger lads,
Yeah.
and like this was all about the sort of witches of the
They're sort of nuns hanging upside down, looking like bats.
yeah. Those are the creatures in this.
Huh?
So that's the second story. Then the third story, the morning after, mourning as in funeral, mourning.
Yeah.
Poor
Poor
old
Jago.
is dead and buried, allegedly. And we get Dr. Betterman back in this, played by David Warner.
And here he is with his resurrection power or whatever. Yeah.
But and then of course Jago isn't dead, but he's buried alive in his coffin.
Poor guy.
And apparently, when someone opens his coffin, he's slept for, what was it,
100 years.
100 years. So he's in the future, or is he? And then you've got the Walking Dead in this. Zombies.
Yeah, in the earlier podcast that we were working on, one of our members was looking that would be one of the kind of creatures because of the two people that were the stars of this movie. But in this one, there really were sort of zombies, and they talked about like the different kinds of zombies. They did even talk about the kind that were created when voodoo and this one serum were used. Go on.
Yeah, so this one's like it's a two-parter story, isn't it? Because this story leads into the fourth and final story, which is called the Museum of Curiosities, where someone, we don't know who, but the Jago and Lightfoot seem to think it's Dr. Betterman, which it is. It's not spoilers. Where this museum has everything to do with Jago Lightfoot's investigations. Even Mr. Sin is in a cabinet.
from Tales of Wing Chang.
Yeah, and the prize, what this person wants for the museum is Jago Lightfoot to be permanent features. The person plans to wax them alive. Fandom, Fandom. But yeah, for me, because sometimes we do get a box set where 3 stories are brilliant and one of the stories is just slightly off. But this one for me, all 4 stories was up there. There was nothing I can find in any of them to say there was one bad story. this was a good book. Over to you, Susan.
Yeah, the Museum of Curiosities, because it was sort of in the same vein as the guy who's going to write his life story. We have that makes it really nice bookends of the other two stories. The other two stories about the Tomorrow Box and the coffin, which is sort of a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this this suspended animation kind of experience that's going on with Betterman and the triumphant return of David Warner. Every time David Warner digs in somewhere, he blows it up. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
He's so good at that.
He'll be sorely missed.
Yeah, he's so good at at creating these amazing he's really good at creating these amazing characters, and especially playing bad guys. And so yeah, the other thing that you gotta hand it to, like, Justin Richards for putting a lot of the little parts of Jago and Lightfoot's stories in this museum. I mean, the way he takes all of these little things, all these Easter eggs, as you'd call them, and all these Easter eggs from all of these great pieces of TV, and then the Companion Chronicle, and then all these awesome box sets. It was just great, and so this had so many Easter eggs and so much, real good fan service. And as a fan of these two guys, yeah, that was great. And the other thing that was awesome was, they call in the story of the Blues Brothers, they call the nun the Penguin, but in this one they call the nuns the Bats. And I noticed you're wearing your Batman shirt, and I just think that that's really freaking appropriate, absolutely appropriate. It's fantastic. And so, like, anyway, we thank Jonathan Morris for writing really well, and Ellie again, and the sergeant, what's his name, Sergeant Inspector Quick. These things wouldn't be the same if the side characters weren't there, and they really, it was really great. And let's see, there's a lot of really there's a lot of sort of causal loops and paradoxes that this story has. These four stories have, and the big causal loop for the whole thing was incredible. I mean, it really was. It was really great that they wrote it together, and they were able to create a nice big loop, and that was fun. And so I'm so glad that we've only got, what is it, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 left. And then our dear friend Lightfoot passes. So, we gotta hand it to him. Let's just say that this is that things are only getting better, and it's just unfortunate that it didn't have a longer life. And great stuff. Anything else you'd like to add, please?
Yeah. I've often said that a couple of the box sets on the final story usually leaves you with a cliffhanger, and the cliffhangers are usually good. But this cliffhanger, pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I am the master, and you will obey me.
Uh-huh.
Great. So we know the master is in the next box set.
And he kind of sounds like Anthony Ainley. I'm sorry. It's just the truth.
It's Jeffrey Beavers as the
Oh, it's Jeffrey Beavers. I
Jeffrey
didn't.
Beavers as the scabby master.
Oh, it doesn't say that. So I'm glad you could hear the difference.
I know
I
that because I
I
know that because
sometimes have trouble.
yeah, I've got the box set. You see, so I know Jeffrey Beavers is in it.
Oh, all right, all right. Oh, that's right. Anyway, so anything else? Final say and score?
No, but as I say, it's a pretty it's a solid box set for me. I like the idea of the Kurovas character being such a fan of these two that
Mm-hmm.
insanity. He just wants them as in the museum as well, which is great, you know, because when he said he was going to wax them and make them exhibits, I thought of I didn't think of House of Wax. I thought of Carry On Screaming. Frying
Right.
tonight. So yeah, no, it's a good box set. I enjoyed it.
All right.
So
So final say and score then.
yeah, I recommend it. Victoriana Gothic stories for series 10. I'm going to give it 10, of course.
Mhm.
10 Gasogenes out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give this a 10 out of 10 as well. 10 out of 10. Um, nurse nuns hanging upside down like bats. So you know, it's like that scene from Lost Boys where they go into the cave. That's kind of the way I saw it. Yeah, I just thought. Okay.
Great,
Anyway,
great listen.
totally cool stories and totally well told tales that they were working. These four authors, they worked on it together, and then they included somebody who, I mean, Toby Haydock. He writes and produces the Big Finish podcast. You know, they have their own podcast, guys. We don't do the only Big Finish podcast that's out there. They have their own, and he runs it, and he's great. Anyway, but he is, yeah, just fun to that he got to, you know, fanboy over these characters that he loves anyway, and fanboy as a character who loves these characters anyway. That was fun. Yeah. So okay. And so yeah, I'll just the 10 out of 10 Bat Nuns. Or if there's anybody else who wants to join us, we just had somebody come and join one of our movie podcasts. Please do feel free. Talk to Lee, talk to me. Getting close to Hurricane Lee hitting the U.S. Maybe next week or something, whatever. Or excuse me, maybe next week sometime. I don't know. Anyway, this week. It's Sunday. It's already this week. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there's there is a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and you might as well enjoy it. The the audios are great. The movies that we watch are great. please like and subscribe to our channel, because you know you want to. You know you want to. I am the master, and you will obey me.
Is that Jeffrey
Anyway,
Benson?
and hit the bell notification button,
Mhm.
and do also like and subscribe, and then leave a comment below, please, and also do share this widely, and support your local bartender. Ellie needs her you know, her little tips. Anyway, fantastic.
God bless Ellie.
God bless Ellie. No kidding. Anyway, great to do this.
Yeah.
See you in a fortnight with another audio adventure on Audio Heads, part
Yeah.
of Geeks Assembled, and yay for Jago and Litefoot. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.